do I? No, Bitsy, no, don't do it.
It's
Ah,
that's the big thing with this is I don't require anyone to promote. In fact, I'm kind of weary
okay,
on raids as well because not for the fact of it inflates my numbers and I'm not worried about my numbers,
yeah.
but it's I don't know. Do you look at your emails after every stream like I do? Like I study those stat emails.
Oh my God, yes. I do the stat checks. I do the Discord lurk as well, just to make sure everyone's still having fun. Because they'll
Nice.
hang out in Discord too, and I'm just like, "Are you guys okay? Did we have a fun time? I just gotta make sure that this was okay with you guys too." Because
Same.
I could see it as it went very well, or I could have like a different interpretation. And so yeah, I lurk really hard after I'm done usually. I'm all over the place.
It's fine. I try and hang out. Like after this, we're gonna hang out in the milk bar and shoot the shit and talk drama, and then I just
Nice.
study those emails. Like I get one from
Yes.
Streamlabs, I get one from Twitch, I get one from
Hmm.
Stream Elements for some reason, even though I don't use Stream
Oh yeah.
Elements. Like
I
all of them.
actually kind of like the Stream Elements one though, because like, what is it? They give you like, hey, you did really good at this part.
They're
Did you see
really
that? And
nice
I'm like, oh
about
my
it.
God, Stream Elements. Yes, I did. Thank you.
They're very nice about it, and I appreciate it. Hey, Stream
I love it.
Elements, thank you. But anyway, real quick, let everybody know
Yeah.
who you are. Hit me with your elevator pitch. Who is Deathcap?
Oh, so that's the hard part because I'm still tweaking it. So I've been like kind of rethinking what I want to do for people, and that's kind of what I've
Hmm,
been missing this entire time, I
okay.
think. Like what my purpose is on the platform. But
Okay.
honestly, at this point, I am just a variety streamer that doesn't know anything about games. I love video games though, so I know that that's most people. Or like what is it? I started gaming in 2015. So
Okay.
like I'm very new. I just played Skyrim for the first time.
Oh,
So
like you didn't play any games before that.
nothing. I
Interesting.
yeah. And I
Okay.
love video games. I love them now. They're the best.
Oh,
So it's a learning experience and yeah, I'm kind of just here for the ride.
I
I didn't really have an expectation.
oh that's oh man. Hey chat, that just fuck my whole thing with streaming, especially and in gaming too, is no
Yeah.
expectations. There's so many weird expectations that come with how okay. How long ago did you start streaming?
I started streaming 6 months ago.
6 months. What's it? Damn. These newbies. They got
And baby.
it's fine. No, I mean Wildcat was I think he said 3-ish,
three
4.
months.
Like,
Yeah.
damn.
That's wild. I was like,
It's it's
you have a lot more than I did when I first started. Holy cow.
no, it's the every stream is different. That's the big thing. That's why I love having these conversations.
Mhm.
Every streamer, even 4 dudes playing Call of Duty, are having different experiences. They're all at different paths and whatnot. And that sounds like hokey for 4 dudes that play Call of Duty, but it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so you new to streaming. What made you start streaming? I guess that's the kicker.
So I used to live with 4 guys in a dorm type
Nice.
situation, and
Okay.
they were basically backseat gaming, but it was like very helpful. Like I
Okay.
was learning through them, and they basically just recommended that I start doing Twitch and stuff. They were just like, "Hey, this is like been a lot of fun to do with you, and I think other people would enjoy doing this with you." So they kind of got me started on that track, and then I started watching streamers like I watch a lot of Pokelols. So like
Okay.
I started watching my own streamers and getting inspiration from them as well. But yeah, I didn't originally think about this as an option. Like I went to college and um yeah, not using the degree to its fullest, but
That's fine. Okay. Well, now you have to tell us what you go to school for.
graphic design.
Oh, you. Oh no, you can use that with streaming though. Like,
Yeah.
have you brought that to the table? Have you worked on like emotes and stuff, or
Yes.
any like overlays? Have you made all that stuff yourself?
So the overlays I commissioned, but the communication aspect with that other artist was super easy because I knew exactly what I wanted. And I guess like the time frame that I gave them, it was just really easy to work with them.
Yeah.
And I think knowing that background probably helped. But yeah, I made all my own emotes. I did all the branding for my channel. And then I'm also working on like branding for other social media aspects. I'm technically a business associate type thing. Like that was a part of my degree. So I kind of look at this very differently than I think some people who come on the platform and then just kind of start gaming. I was very excited about the business aspect or like incorporating my knowledge for it.
That's
But yeah.
very important. I guess doubling off of that, because that experience is super important with building a brand. Hey,
Yeah.
another thing I'm starting to get tired of saying, building a brand, community. There's so many buzzwords. Uh Using that, what are your goals? We got to hit it with that. Like, now that you've been in the space a little bit, what are your goals with streaming?
So honestly, like I said, I moved in with no expectations and it's gone really well. I've been so privileged to have the community that I do. They've been very patient with me. Um, like I have a malfunction with the whether it's the internet or just like the gear that I have because I'm not used to the technical aspects. I'm more personable. That is the stuff that I know how to do.
Yeah.
And like everything else seems pretty easy, but the computer stuff is so new. Like I just built this guy.
Okay.
And so I guess my goals for the future is kind of basically I want to become what people have kind of positioned me up to be. Like they're like, oh, you're doing so well. Like I hope to see you go further in this. And that's kind of I'm trying to meet their expectations because I honestly think they've supported me for like a lot of
Yeah.
things. I don't actually believe that I've deserved as much as I've gotten, but I'm appreciative and I'm going to keep pushing. Whether my brain lets me or not think that I'm doing well, I'm going to pursue and continue. But it's yeah, that's kind of been my goal, and now I'm trying to see like what I can do or what I can give back. And I guess art and mental health aspects are kind of in my future. That's kind of what I want to start gearing up for. I still haven't communicated any of that to them. That's why I'm
Nice.
like, crap, Bitsy. Bitsy's
um Yeah, I didn't realize Bitsy came in earlier. She's like, I think she's working because we were still trying to figure out this up.
yes.
So Bitsy is a homie. Good to know. Good to know. Bitsy comes around. I love Bitsy. What's up, Bitsy?
Yes, sweet bean.
Um,
Anime, what is it? He knows all the animes as well. So I'm
oh, yeah.
always excited about that. I'm like, heck yeah, dude, let's
Yeah, I
let's
saw
go.
you. Did you recently cosplay as what's her face from Darling in the Franxx?
02,
Zero
yeah.
two. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was just like, ah, damn.
I
Now,
love yes.
fucking, in case it isn't obvious, everybody, Anime Daddy. I love that shit.
Oh, I was gonna ask. I was like, this would be really awkward if you didn't watch anime, but also I can't assume, but it's in the name, and but yeah, I was gonna ask.
It's
I was so I was like, I hope maybe I'm
how
lucky.
hilarious if I was just like, I hate anime. I did it
Yeah,
as a
actually, I was like, just imagine. I ask, and he's like, no.
I did it as a meme because
Like,
I hate those weebs. No, I very much. The name started out as a joke. It was Anime Daddy 69 because
ah,
and I didn't realize like how much this would pop off and how much I love streaming, and now it's kind of just my
mhm,
moniker. I do have an anime podcast on Mondays. It's kind of
beautiful.
taking a backseat to these main interviews, but this Monday, everybody, I'm gonna start. I'm actually probably, hopefully, depending on life situations, moving to Japan. That's like their
Oh,
dream
dude,
goal.
sick. That's
Like,
amazing.
so Monday I'm gonna be going through my manga collection. I'm gonna be putting on eBay and stuff. If anybody wants to buy it, hey, it's going. As much as I don't want to sell it, it's going up. This just in: Anime Daddy hates anime. I'm leaving. Oh no,
I'm
don't go,
leaving.
Mr. Daddy, sir. Also, the daddy part. I don't know if I regret that or if I love it now. It is what it is.
I would say I say roll with it. I like it because
Yeah.
it's not the hard D's. It's just it's the it makes it
The
fun. I like
hey,
it. Just leave it as it is. You're good.
nobody clip that. First of all, because hard D's.
Jeez. Oh, okay.
Regret, unstable. My favorite animes are Gurren Lagann, Haruhi Suzumiya, and Great Teacher Onizuka. All right, Deathcap, you go.
Oh
Favorite
wait,
anime.
what was the question?
Favorite
Repeating what they were saying? What is it?
favorite animes.
Oh shoot. So far, oh shoot. Experiment Lane, um,
Ooh.
Demon Slayer right now
Okay,
because
okay.
it's very fresh in my brain and the animation style is my favorite. It's really interesting.
It is.
And
Yeah.
then is it Evangelion? I can't say the word.
Ava, you can say Ava. It's fine.
Yes, that one. That's my
Ava.
third one.
Also, Amanda, you know what's up. We did a whole review on Experiments Lane, one of my first
Oh, it's
podcasts.
so good. Oh, I cried so hard.
It was
It's
intense.
so good.
What's
Yes.
real? What's real? What is reality? Do we make reality? Yeah, it's intense. Lane is so lovely indeed. So yes, I do like anime. It is a thing.
Cool, cool.
But
Good
doubling
to know.
back, Brian did ask, how did you get 1,500 followers in only 6 months of streaming? Damn, as he says. Was it just all, did you put a lot of work into like TikTok or whatever, or was it kind of just?
So like I said, business background, sort of. I've had like 2 years of learning that kind of stuff. And it's still in my back pocket. So it was more of the marketing aspect, I think, that I had a good grasp on.
Okay.
So yeah, using social media to its fullest extent. Starting at TikTok, I was very against it at first because I am 23. I feel old on the platform, but you know what? I know.
23? Are you kidding
I
me?
I know. I'm
Bruh.
sorry. I don't know how old you are, but I'm sorry.
I'm 29 and I'm the youngest person ever to live. I couldn't be any younger. Unstable. It's just like, what the? Yeah, half of my.
I'm sorry. Okay. So like my interaction on the platform was very like, I felt too old for it. I was just like, oh my God, these people. But also these people, like, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
It took an adjustment period, I think. I just felt out of place because it was very new to me, I think. I think that's what E23 gang. Oh God.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was just an interest. And I think I'm old at heart, if that makes any sense. I think I'm a 60-year-old woman in a 23-year-old body. I don't know, man.
I'm a grandpa. I like podcasts. It's basically talk radio. Let's be honest. You guys are listening to talk radio right now, and you should be ashamed of yourself. But that does go. So it is funny how standoffish. When did you get on TikTok?
Ooh, so I got on late because or it felt late at least. It was around the time that they were working on the algorithm. So I don't know when exactly that was, but that I started maybe a month before that happened.
Okay.
So
yep, you
my
got
adjustment
right in there.
to TikTok has been rough because it's definitely, like I said, I look at it from a business aspect. So I'm trying to figure out the algorithm so that I can manage my channel and so forth. So it's been interesting. They keep throwing me curveballs.
It is. I got in just a little too late when everything started to slow down because now,
Yep.
as you, a lot of people don't. That virality, I think, is starting to go away. Unfortunately, it can still happen. There are some
Yes.
videos, but it's a lot rarer now. Unfortunately,
It's very difficult. Yep.
I don't know. Is it fortunately or unfortunately? Because there's some caveats that come with going viral. You know.
Yeah, I think for my ADHD, it's kind of bad because the dopamine and serotonin hits when like you get the incoming notifications, and then when it doesn't happen, I'm like, it says to post like 3 times a day, but also my brain can't keep up with it if it's not like entertaining the brain enough. So like I'll forget about it for like a week, and then I'm like, oh God, I haven't been on TikTok in ages, and then I'll spam. And I know that that's not the way to do it either. I watched, what was it? Unstable Pisces. I literally spammed, and then I saw one of their TikToks, and they're like, "Hey, don't do that. Don't spam. Are you kidding me?" And I was like, "Oh my God, just at me!" Like, oh my God.
I think, hey, unstable people felt attacked by your words. Let them post however much they want.
It's so good advice. Let it cook, let it simmer, let it do its thing. And I'm just like, oh, I did not do that.
It is true,
I posted it 30 seconds like after one
Oh,
another.
yeah, that's probably maybe an hour or two at most.
Oh, I know. Now I know.
No, I get that. I have major FOMO if I'm not I went 3 days, I think, without posting, and I felt like I was being punished by TikTok because it just felt like I wasn't getting views, and I was like, no, it's probably just the clips I put out. It's keeping up is so tough. Like, do you treat this like a second job or like a job? Is this your main focus right now?
It's my second job. So I worked this morning.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What was it? I'm leaning more towards making it my full-time job, but it's still terrifying. I've always had a job, or at least one that is on paper, if that makes any sense. This one's a little looser, and I'm thinking about moving, or I am moving in 2 months to a different state. So it's just like I want to lean on this, but it's very hard to let go of that consistency and stability.
Yeah.
That I don't trust the platform as much as I probably, or no, I don't even think I should trust it. Now that I think about it, I was like, maybe no, actually, no, I don't trust it. So
I wouldn't. So that's why my big thing now is how can you let the stream be an investment into something else. Like with the graphic design, you can meet a ton of other creators
Yes.
and make your community part of a separate hub, if you will, even in your Discord of like, I will do work for you guys. Like, you need to know that your time is valuable. Every streamer, every person creating now, even if they're just a streamer, your time is valuable, because if you're doing this as a part-time hobby and you want to be successful at it, you need to find some way to monetize. So many people are afraid of the monetization point of going into streaming. Like, if you sign that affiliate contract, in my opinion, that means you want to make money in some shape or form through streaming, whether it be the stream itself or content creation. So I think there's room
Yes.
for it. You just have to find it. But
Yeah, for sure.
it's just that I think that's any creative field, right? It's unstable. Pisces.
It's difficult, and that's part of. I went into this field thinking, oh, this is a career in which I could make a stable income. I should have thought about it's a content creation slash, like, I'm doing art stuff, I'm doing all the things. Just the creative field in general is
Yeah.
very you never know where it's going to go next, and definitely didn't think about that after my 4-year degree. So now here we are.
If you don't mind me asking, is your regular 9 to 5 job like just that? Like a regular, like, what do you do?
I'm a barista.
You're a bar-
I make coffee.
That's fine.
It's not 9 to 5.
Oh, that's fine. That's perfect. I mean, it's still a steady job though. Like
Yes,
it's
it's
a
very consistent.
it's a
Um,
consistent job.
yeah, that's the one thing that I've been very fortunate with, especially I want to say unfortunately with COVID, I've they have block schedules. So
Yeah.
now I'm like stuck in one section and it won't change. So very consistent, and that's what I don't get from streaming is the consistency. So
Yeah,
scary.
even with a stream schedule, like getting, because you hear it all the time, your content lives off stream. Like, stream is just the moment. The people who stream like 2 times a day and like that's their whole thing, that scares the hell out of me, because
Yeah.
that means you're gonna just have to keep streaming. Like, if you're being successful doing that much streaming, you're gonna have to keep that up, and that is a huge burnout point, and that it's not reliable. But I think, real quick, Sleepwalker asks, do you not feel, oh, talking to somebody else, do you not feel exhausted one of your days off? How do you handle burnout? Have you been hit with burnout yet?
Oh, 100%. So that's kind of why I want to shift my focus when it comes to streaming to providing more for the people that come and hang out with me,
Yeah.
because a lot of them are also streamers, and a lot of them are also like kind of going against the currents or with the current or whatever it might be that is the Twitch platform. And just so I've allowed myself time off. I've communicated to people, hey, I'm taking off Tuesday. I usually stream 3 days a week, but this week we're only going to do 2 days,
Yeah.
and it's because my sister had a baby, or I just need a break because my brain can't handle it, and the ADD and brain burr, all of it. So I think communication is key when it comes to moments like that, because I've definitely experienced or had that feeling in the pit of my stomach. But I think so long as you communicate, it shouldn't. People are usually pretty understanding, and I think that's what streamers forget a lot of the time. They think, oh, if I don't show up this day, they're not going to come back, and I have to keep going because I'm on the incline part of this. I don't even know, but you get what I'm saying.
That is so fucking spot on. I mean, I'm a victim of that as well. Like,
Hmm.
the reasons why I still do Mondays is because there's still a small crowd that like knows me for a little bit of anime. Like, my anime homies still show up to that. And like last Monday, I
Hmm.
felt like I was a disappointment because we just kind of chatted, and I talked about streaming. Like, this is completely, if anybody hasn't noticed yet, this is completely taken over my life. All I do is talk about streaming. My family
Same.
just I can't. It's bad. It's very, very bad.
My mom doesn't even know what Twitch is, and I'm like trying to explain it to her, and I'm like, I talk to people on the internet, and she's like, is that are you okay? Is that safe? And I'm like, I mean, to a degree, I'm fine, but like also, I don't. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, but that right there is the fact that you need to be able to communicate with yourself as well, not just your community.
Yes.
But as that is the trick, depending on how far along you are, and luckily, I would assume me, what's up, Gert Gang, hashtag Gert Gang, and then you and your community are will be around. Like, there's a threshold, because I know some other creators who are relatively new, even those that have been around, that take a couple days off, and that, or even a week, and it's gone. Like, nobody comes back
Ooh.
around. Keeping those connections are very, very interesting, especially if your audience is other streamers, because assumingly they have their own thing going on. Like, do you find a
Yeah.
lot of your audience or your community is streamers, or it's like a weird mix?
I have a weird mix, I think. I think partially the reason is my content on other social media platforms do not revolve around the idea of helping streamers, which is not a bad thing. I think it's wonderful that there's information out there like that. I mean, I've gotten help from Unstable Pisces about how to do stuff on my social media, aka don't spam. Um, like I'm
It,
glad that that stuff is out there, but I don't
yes.
have any of that content. So I don't think people initially come to my stream thinking like this is another streamer that can help me, if that makes any sense.
That makes perfect sense. And that's part of a topic I'm getting on a lot more recently is the fact that streamers who do any sort of
Mhm.
help, and I'm seeing newer creators show up on TikTok every day because there's new streamers every day,
Yes.
regurgitating tips, and that advice is valid even if you've heard it a million times. There's new streamers, so it's worth hearing those things again. We just watched a video of Tim the Tatman from 2014 saying shit that Unstable Pisces says now. Like, it's
Oh,
all
that's funny. I love that.
nothing. Hey, Unstable, you're Tim the Tatman. I hate to, like, you're giving the same
Basically
advice.
the same person. Have you ever seen them in the same room? I don't think so.
Yo, oh my
Think
god.
about it.
Bun-dun-dun-dun. I don't have the sound, but I'll do it with my mouth. Bun dun 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 dun. All I have is
I think
Nani.
I like your version better, actually.
It's okay.
Let's
It's
run with
perfect.
it.
I'm gonna add it to the. I have. You guys get a fart. There we go. Oh, and a honk. Soundboard. Anyway, but yeah, no, it's like that stuff is valuable. But the problem is, what you're doing is perfect. What you're doing is
Thanks.
spot on because you're letting people know your content is you, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Primarily.
people will come to your stream. The click over, there's a whole thing with click over and whatnot, but you are showing yourself. It's the same conversation I sort of had with Dustin. A lot of his TikToks were his personality. Should maybe do that a little bit more, but it's just the nature of the beast. People are coming to your stream, whether they be streamers or not. They see you're doing cosplay. People are into anime, cosplay. They'll show up to stream because that's where
Mhm.
you have the stage. And that's super important. And what a lot of, I mean, Unstable is a great example. Like, his personality is in his tips. So people will show up for him
Yeah.
as well. And that's that weird balance that a lot of creators that don't get with the whole tip thing. They just see the tips working, but they don't really dive into it, if that makes sense.
No, that's I would have to agree because I've always wondered because I do see these tips working efficiently, but it's more the idea that like are they really there for the person or are they there because they received help and they want more help, etc., etc. I just don't know where that lies, but I think Unstable Pisces actually gets like a very good like handful of people that are there for them. So like it's just like they got the perfect concoction, the perfect mixture
Yeah.
and they figured out how to do that. I'm still figuring out exactly how my content is gonna kind of provide, but also show them that this is what they're getting if they come over and hang out with me. That's the part that I'm kind of still confused on. you know?
I think you're still doing
Thanks.
your TikTok, because I was going, because a fucking a lurker creep. I go through everyone's stuff.
Oh, I do too. I
It's
went through all your things.
also, once again, everybody, like old TikToks. Do not let the old Instagram like mindset of liking old stuff be freaky. Like, that's what TikTok does. You'll see a lot of old videos. Don't be afraid to like people's old stuff. I've started doing that because I still can't get out of my own way. Anyway, once again, it's that personality. There is a trick of the whole call to action, whatnot, bringing people from TikTok to Twitch and then kind of pushing them towards being involved in the community. But that's my one friend, Gem. I don't know if you're still in here, Gem. Gemfully. She does a lot of anime. She'll talk about anime or League of Legends. Now, through osmosis with the League of Legends, you can kind of assume that anyone who comes to those TikToks are going to click over and see the Twitch link at the top and go, oh, she's also a streamer. So there is a natural progression for that, but there's a marketing trick. Like you said, the business side of things where you can turn that content that's very you into something else. And I love seeing that. When I start seeing those clickovers, like I study people because I'm an evil scientist. Like, once I see those clickovers, I get fucking amped about it. It's so exciting. Anyway,
Oh,
sorry.
I'm glad you get excited about that kind of stuff because I feel like a nerd when I start going on to the Twitch platform and I'm like, hey guys, I did a thing and this is kind of what it does and I'm really excited about it. And then everyone's like, I didn't really think about it like that. But I'm like, also, just think about it. Just think about it for a second.
Yeah.
A little bit. Because that's That's actually what keeps my intrigue on the platform. That's how my brain continues to keep, like, it keeps going back to it because it's getting that it's getting whatever it needs. Actually, I don't even know the words. I keep saying serotonin, dopamine. I have no idea what hits my brain, but
Uh,
either way, it's satisfaction, and
yeah,
I'll take it.
that
So
that's small. That's why I like. I don't know if you saw that one TikTok that I did. I like. Oh, something happened on my thing. It made a noise. I like how Twitch is, its discoverability is hard. Like I like that I'm not discoverable on Twitch. I
that
have to
it's a
put it.
challenge.
It's a challenge, yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's a weird
Uh-huh.
twisted thing, but it puts in thank you, Katie, dopamine. It's dopamine. Reward for the
Ah,
action.
okay, okay, okay.
But that sense, it's like once you figured it out, and there's some people that get it naturally or have been studying it, but for
Mhm.
me, that's the challenge of it is what's keeping me going. So,
Yeah, I 100% agree.
but fuck, I'm sorry, our time is a little short.
No, I've been keeping an eye on it. That's
Um,
okay.
I guess, damn, we did. That was fucking good. Thank you. Thank you, first of all, for being flexible with the whole schedule thing
Oh
and all
no,
that stuff.
100%. I'm sorry I didn't check my. I'm really bad at checking the Discord after work. So here I am.
It's all good. If you ever,
Sorry.
like I said, if you ever want to come on, I do Wednesday shows too. If you're ever
Yes.
around and there's open slots, feel free to be like, hey, I want to be on the show, and I'll throw you
Yeah.
on. That goes
I
for
love
everybody
chatting.
as well. If anybody is interested in signing up, there's a thing in the Twitch and blah blah blah. Also, I'm live on YouTube if Twitch starts to take a dive. Yeah,
Heck
death.
yeah, dude.
Hey, multi-streaming, baby.
The nets. You need them.
I
That's
need it.
wonderful.
But let everybody know where they can find you when you stream, all that good stuff.
Oh, sweet beans. Yeah. So I'm an affiliate on Twitch, so I don't do all the other platforms until 24 hours after. But you can find me on Twitch. It's still Deathcap3, the E part. I know that's confusing.
It's fine.
It's yeah, and underscore. But some platforms don't let you do the underscore, so that's not the case for Twitter. And I think maybe YouTube has it. Just kidding. Twitter's the only place that hates me. So
We need to get that all synchronized. We
yes. I don't know why they don't like the underscore. I love the underscore. Let me have it. Like
it is what it is.
but, yeah. That's where you
Um,
can find me.
Deathcap, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a
Thank you
pleasure.
for having me. It was nice meeting
Absolutely.
you. Officially.
Yes, I guess it was kind of all at once, but I hope it wasn't. Were you nervous?
I was shaking and now I'm not. So that's good.
Nice, sweet.
Or at least my thumb is still going, but we're fine. We're
fine.
it'll be fine.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later, and
Yes.
we'll chat.
Thank you again. Bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. I'm gonna start setting up for Juan and McQueeb. That was Deathcap. Fantastic. Great. Today's been fun. Today's been fun as shit. We're getting the hang of this.